Hey y'all, welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. Today's Wednesday, November 22nd. 22nd. Anyway, so the United States and Israel agreed on a 4-day ceasefire, which starts tomorrow, Thursday, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving exists because of a genocide. This is incredibly ironic, but what's the most important thing is that the 4 days is to pacify consumers for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. This is super real, and lots of people are making this connection on TikTok, and I'm sharing all of that too, but I just wanted to put it here for folks that aren't on TikTok. Do not fall for this. It's a slight, it's not even a victory, okay? You can pause a video game, right? You can pause a movie. You can't pause a genocide. So remember that even if they aren't bombing and consistently attacking, which the IOF probably will do anyway, and everybody's going to think, oh, it's a ceasefire, so they're not, and not pay attention and, eat food that people in Palestine don't have and shop for things that people don't need and things like that. It's a distraction tactic. There was also talk of organizing for the Macy's Day Parade for New Yorkers, and I think that the systems that be were very threatened by that. So they are doing this for a few different reasons. The point of this is to say, don't fall for this. This is a tactic. When there is war, you have to think strategically, because everything done in war is done strategically. Even if you are not actively in a war, when you are looking at it, witnessing it, seeing it, you have to analyze. You have to be able to think critically enough to see what makes sense and what doesn't. You have to be able to connect these things together. And if you can't, I'm here to do it for you. So I want folks to not let your guard down. Continue to post. Continue to share information. The journalists are being targeted. And it's very important that we continue to pay attention to what's happening on the ground in Palestine. So yeah, do not fall for this. It's not a victory. It's a tactic. It's a strategic time for capital gain that these systems are threatened by. That means that the protests, the speaking out, the civil disobedience, that means all of that is working. That doesn't mean stop doing that because it worked to this point, because there's not a pause in genocide until things are over, until things are done, until IOF pulls out of Gaza and leaves Palestinians alone. This is not a victory. You understand me? We saw how Free Palestine got co-opted by ceasefire, like hashtag and like social media wise. And so people who are in the struggle know and understand that this is a tactic. But for folks that are using this as a first time to speak out against injustice, they're more likely to fall for this being a victory, being a solution, and it's not. So remember to boycott. We want to be fighting money with money. There's a lot of direct actions of folks that are going to go into the banks on Friday, take their money out, move them to credit unions. If that's an option for you, please do. There are lots of people who are not going anywhere, not shopping, not spending a penny. I myself am included in that. I will not be participating in Black Friday or Cyber Monday. I do not need anything that badly. I would say if you are going to shop local. shop small. Do not shop at Amazon. Do not shop at any of these other big chains. The whole trampling each other to get a TV. Let's mute that this year. There are huge things happening. This is not a victory. This is not the end. This is not even a ceasefire is not the same as a humanitarian pause either. So for those that are thinking that this is what we've been asking for, it's not. A ceasefire is the ending. It's when the IOF pulls out. And we're not seeing that, and I don't think we're going to see that. So when these 4 days are over, if the IOF even respects it, because we've seen footage of them on the ground saying we were given direction, we were given orders, and we will not stop until we have completed our orders. So snipers, people on the ground, the American soldiers on the ground, I don't see them stopping even if they're supposed to. The United States also came out and said that they were worried about this because of the access that journalists would now be given to share information. They are saying the quiet part out loud. So for those that don't understand, there's no excuse for you to not understand. The powers that be are literally telling you everything that they're doing, but some folks still want to brush that over with, these are the good guys. This is all a part of decolonizing. Okay, I know how heart-wrenching it is to realize that you are associated with the bad guy. When I found out that the presidents that were on the currency in our country were slave owners, I remember I was like 27. I lost it. I was like, what? And it was a big moment for me to understand the connection between the economy, slavery, obviously, currency, and the ideals that all of that holds. The misconception, the misuse of any written document, specifically the Constitution and the Bible in this country, and how much they are used to pacify folk. So I want everybody to, yes, rejoice that hopefully humanitarian aid can get in. Hopefully who needs to get out can. Hopefully people can get medical supplies. But we have seen an entire collapse of the medical institution. Also, with the hostages being released, are they going to be released back into Gaza? Because then they're just going to be bombed on Tuesday. Like, please don't get excited about this. It's awesome. Hopefully it plays out the way that they are proposing it. But do not let your guard down. Do not stop sharing information. And keep in mind that the United States is concerned. So the United States and Israel are concerned with the journalists having more access without consistent bombing. And understand that those journalists are going to continue to be risking their lives because, like I just said, the IOF and the American soldiers on the ground in Gaza are probably not going to adhere to this ceasefire. So sure, the bombs might stop for a minute, but that doesn't mean that the guns are going to stop. So if you're thinking about people moving more, thinking that they're safe, and then they're shot or killed that way, remember that IOF is on the ground. So even if the bombs are not dropping, there's still stuff happening on the ground. They're not just going to sit around for 4 days. I guarantee you, they're going to continue bulldozing. They're going to continue clearing space. They're still there, okay? Also, Israel has said that while this 4-day ceasefire on Gaza is continuing, that they're going to up their attack on Lebanon, on South Lebanon. So do not get comfortable enjoying your holiday because you think this is okay. It's not this. You shouldn't even be celebrating Thanksgiving. But if you are, this is you should not enjoy yourself as much as you used to, because this is still happening, and after these 4 days it's just going to continue. So have a good one.